If it's natural wilderness living you're after, perhaps a trip to the land of croissants, champagne, and escargot is in the cards. Lumicine has built circular 25-foot diameter residences deep within the French Alps, perfect for that tree change you've been looking for. The pod is set in two hemispheres. The outside takes advantage of a 180-degree view of the surrounding woods. The inside is set up like a luxury suite in a city hotel, with a queen-sized bed, complete timber cladding, and mood lighting. The back half consists of a toilet, shower, and small kitchenette. The glazing and curtains around the front are actually an operable wall, which can fold and retract back concertina style, so that nothing stands between you and the wild outdoors only a few feet away. The wild jungles of Costa Rica can be enjoyed in a more civilized way thanks to the Art Villas Resort and their very unusually shaped Coco Pods. Each egg-like structure is surrounded by its own circular boardwalk that puts the greenery of the plants and flowers at your fingertips. The design brief was to create a luxurious nest. The series of 5 cone-shaped buildings are actually open terraces that blur the lines between internal living space and external entertaining space. The outer cone acts as a shelter from the weather, with a concurrent inner cone surrounding the sleeping area with mosquito netting. In between the two are beanbags, a stone bathtub, and an outdoor kitchen. There are plans to build a water slide from the Coco Pods straight down to the resort's main infinity pool. From Backcountry Tiny Homes is the Basecamp. This little cubed home has a picturesque rooftop deck designed to cater to your storage needs, no matter your hobby. And if those hobbies happen to take you off-grid, well, the Basecamp can be customized to fit your personality. Backcountry Tiny Homes even caters to pets if you have them. The interior matches the theme of simple yet elegant usage of the materials in this home that the exterior has. A full kitchen with all the amenities you could want, and with a bathroom as well. Cozy lights throughout the house compound further with the several sleeping and lounge areas, including a loft. The Basecamp somehow captures the energy an open concept room exudes, yet still maintains the compact utility often sought after with homes like this. Truly, Backcountry Tiny Homes outdoes themselves again. Next, we come to a company that happens to be the largest privately held supplier of building materials for the construction industry. Aside from that, though, 84 Lumber sells to consumers, and that includes tiny living goodies. For the Countryside, one of the largest tiny homes on this list at 203 square feet. The exterior features a reclaimed wood look that sits on a steel trailer with radial tires, safety brakes, and stabilizing jacks. The interior is bright and welcoming, featuring extra storage space, bamboo flooring, and a permanent staircase ladder. The Countryside's kitchen is as vibrant as the rest of the house, with butcher block countertop, an Energy Star refrigerator, and an induction cooktop. The Countryside is a home you can be proud of, and the savings even more so. Custom Container Living was established in 2015 with a love of alternative structures. They've since had a history of quality custom homes made from shipping containers for those looking for a vacation cabin or their new permanent abode. And from Custom Container Living, we have The Professional. This is 160 square feet of shipping container living featuring a loft for sleeping, a living room, a kitchenette, and a bathroom. The kitchen features cabinet space and a pantry along with a refrigerator, microwave, countertop, and sink. The bathroom is not skimped on, with a fiberglass shower, a toilet, and a vanity. The loft has enough space for a queen-sized bed. The Professional is available for $47,900. The Halen and Hard Woodnest is as calm and cozy as its name suggests. For anyone who's ever had the urge to live as the birds do, there's a cabin retreat in a Norwegian forest that is just 20 minutes walk from the nearest town center. The cabin itself is built and clad from timber. It is actually fixed to the trunks of living pine trees 20 feet from the ground below, with a timber boardwalk extending over the side of the sheer cliff to the front door. The natural timber feel is extended inside, with nothing but wooden knots and grains framing the fjord and surrounding mountains view, as you sit and watch the sunset, feeling your batteries recharge as you immerse yourself in nature. Pinup Houses is an international architecture studio with expertise ranging from research, experimental, and publication areas. They focus their craft, however, on affordable social housing. And the first from them on this list is the off-grid HC container house, Gaia. Gaia is an experimental, self-sufficient housing project that utilizes solar and wind energy with solar panels and a wind turbine. Gaia is also equipped to harvest rainwater, which is then filtered and distributed to the kitchen and bathroom. The kitchen is fully outfitted with a refrigerator, water heater, and all the appliances your needs could require. Convertible sofa beds, compact stools, and tables are also a feature of this tiny home. Gaia is a fantastic alternative to those in the market, and with a material cost of $21,000 to build, it's not a bad deal. The Ulmer Nest is less luxury-oriented and more focused on protecting the homeless from harsh winter snowfalls. The small timber pod acts as an emergency shelter. 2 prototypes have already been installed in the city of Ulm to protect those vulnerable from being exposed to the bitterly cold climate. These are perfect for those unable to sleep at a homeless shelter for the night if they have a pet dog, or fear of crime and violence from others. The one-person sleeping pod is designed to be a last point of call, a haven to spend the night instead of camping out on a park bench or huddling under a bridge. It's fitted with a solar panel that runs a heat exchanger, a fresh air supply fan, GPS sensors, smoke alarm, and a motion detection system. The cliffs of Portugal are a mecca for big wave surfers who come to these shores from around the world. The Yakutia Air is perched rather precariously on top of one such cliff and offers a small living space and cabin retreat for visiting surfers. The design concept set out to prove architectural improbability. A vast vertical wall is anchored into the cliff top and below it, rising up as a foundation to hang the 500-square-foot residence over the cliff in mid-air. Steps rise to the front door, carved directly out of the rock. The inside is practical, with half the floor space dedicated to a bed and sleeping area. The other half of the room has an adjacent bench, huge stone tub, and shower area for rinsing off the salt after a long session riding the waves below. Following the trio of pinup houses, we have another trio by Backcountry Tiny Homes. The thing that separates Backcountry from others is that they are tiny homeowners themselves. They know what tiny homeowners like, and the insulation, ventilation, and framing are custom designed based on the customer's land. The Acorn is the first from Backcountry Tiny Homes on our list. This 123-square-foot cabin was designed to be the perfect tiny home to be taken anywhere. Any half-ton or heavier truck should be able to tow this 2-person sleeper, allowing you to live wherever you want, whenever you want. If you choose the turnkey build, the Acorn comes with electrical, water, and drainage rough-in and trim. Roof and exterior wall insulation are also included, along with appliances and furnishings. Speaking of appliances and furnishings, the Acorn comes with a large assortment of additions to choose from as well. Anything ranging from an apartment fridge and freezer to cooktops and wood stoves. The ability to customize your tiny home however you want and take it wherever you want is freedom worth the $35,700 price point. Of course, you can get the shell of the home alone for only $19,500. Natura from the Tiny Housing Company. This model offers way more headroom than other manufacturers. The big draw is that above the tiny home is a small second story that more than comfortably sleeps a couple, freeing up a ton of room downstairs for a larger kitchen and living area. The inside has over 180 square feet of real estate and looks exactly like your home does, except on a smaller scale. On the very top of the tiny home are a pair of adjustable solar panels, making off-grid living a real option for those looking to unplug. Adjacent to the front entrance is a deck that can only be described as a drawbridge, ready to be dropped down at a moment's notice. Not everyone can afford to splash out on a luxury tiny home or cabin retreat. The Bivvi cabin was built with sustainability in mind with a small carbon footprint. It's fully modular and can be adapted to off-the-grid living without breaking the bank. Its portable A-frame triangular type design is meant to be fit onto the back of a trailer and moved around easily, or alternatively, to be held up off of the ground by a small timber or block foundation. What was initially meant to be a wilderness hut for hunters to lodge while away has quickly become a welcome alternative to tents, caravans, and camper trailers. The cabin comfortably fits in a king-sized bed, and there is 10.5 feet of headroom from base to apex. The interior is finished the whole way around in tongue and groove pine, whereas the external is durable and weatherproof. Innovative tiny home company Wheelhaus offers a few different types of cabin retreats. There's the Wedge, a long narrow unit measuring 10.5 by 38 feet that fits in an amazing amount of stuff into just 400 square feet. A pair of bedrooms, able to furnish king beds, will sleep 2 couples. The inside is finished with floating wooden floorboards, dark timber furniture, and drywall, just like a home should be. There's a kitchen, including a dishwasher and oven, and cable provisions in the walls for cable TV and internet connectivity. The Lookout improves on the Wedge by having a much larger covered front deck and a handy side entrance. More windows let in a lot more natural light and beautiful scenery. They also retain heat and are extremely energy efficient. It can fit modularly with other Lookouts to create tiny homes with double the floor space. If the Gaia wasn't small and simple enough for you, and you're looking for even more savings, then the Magneta from Pinup Houses may be just more your style. The build cost for this one sits at $2,500, not including tools. You can't go wrong with that price, and it makes excellent use of its 70 square feet. This heat-insulated wooden structure is built atop a trailer. It features a sofa bed, heating stoves, a chemical toilet, and a small kitchenette. The kitchenette is equipped with a water tank, a gas cooker, and even a few drawers. Stretched nets are an essential feature in the interior as they are used for storage. The Magenta trailer has functioning wiring and can be connected to the mains by a cable. It's cheap, it's simple, and it's small. And it only costs around $2,500 to build. The Magenta is made from the dreams of the frugal. Sometimes it's not all about luxury and space. It's about enjoying the surrounding scenery every moment you can. The Immerso is a transparent roofed cabin that is only 65 square feet but offers an unrivaled glamping experience nestled at the foot of the Italian Alps. Holidaymakers can experience sleeping under the stars in relative comfort at an altitude of over 6,000 feet above sea level. The setup is fundamental, with a mattress, small side table, and curtains should the occupants need a little privacy. The structure itself is made from birch and plywood panels, which can be easily disassembled, loaded, and moved before slotting into each other again somewhere different. No building experience is required, and the only tool needed is a screwdriver to fix the front double-door hinges. We have another mini manor capable of transport in the 84 lumber line. This contemporary eye candy is outfitted with durable, UV-resistant siding. The chief feature of the Degsy is the large windows that bathe the interior in natural light, adding to the already sunny ambiance. A large bathroom, along with some additional storage and HVAC, also reign among the features with the Degsy. The Degsy, as you can see, is an open floor plan with a single level, allowing easy access to everything within the home. The kitchen in the Degsy is similar to the one in the countryside, except with more prep space in the form of an island. The Degsy's 160 square feet boasts 2 bedrooms, a bath, and all the little luxuries you need in today's age. And we couldn't talk about 84 lumber without mentioning the Shanxi and Roving homes. The Shanxi is a brilliant little beach house that noticeably features a metal roof and sliding glass patio doors that lead out to a porch. And the Roving is 154 square feet of beautifully crafted walnut that features an accent wall and a custom-designed barn door. 84 Lumber knows their business, and the pocket-sized homes that they design are no different. The following quaint construction on this list is France's. If the Magenta was too small, then perhaps the France's is more your speed. This 2-story tall cabin boasts a whopping 183 square feet, and every inch of that is made for your living pleasure. The unique design of the France's offers a living space capable of housing 4 and storage for your belongings. And although the France's is designed for short-term living and is at its best in the summer, it can withstand harsh winters, and that's thanks to the minimum heat loss design and maximum energy-saving design. With a building cost of $14,700, the France's may not be as cheap as the Magenta. Still, it is certainly more affordable than a traditional home. The France's marks the end of the pinup houses, and what a treat they were. This 196 square feet of cozy cabin camping combines the joys of dainty danger with the warmth of home. It sleeps 1 or 2 and can be towed with 3/4-ton trucks or heavier. The Bivouac features a bedroom loft with a walkable space adjacent to the bed for easier access. Whether you take in the telescoping table and hideaway stairs, or the pleasant and atmospheric warmth of the fireplace, the Bivouac is a little paradise on wheels. You can purchase the shell for $25,400 or purchase the turnkey build with furnishings and the works for $60,375. Of course, the Bivouac offers a range of options in addition, similar to the Acorn. The Backyard Bedroom is another shipping container house from Custom Container Living. This modern contemporary petite abode is built from a single 20-foot shipping container. It offers 160 square feet of that precious living space. The Backyard Bedroom is designed as the name states and is both minimal and efficient. These containers were designed for guest quarters, or even a reprieve. The bathroom may surprisingly feature a walk-in shower, a toilet, and a vanity with storage. The studio living space has room for a queen-sized bed or bunk beds, in addition to a desk and storage closet. The Backyard Bedroom is available for $33,900. And before I sign off, I've got to mention the Bachelor or Bachelorette for the ladies. It is pretty similar to the Backyard Bedroom, but with a small galley kitchen in the center of the layout. A price of $38,900 reflects that addition. Another one from Tiny Housing Company, the Carbon, is a mini home with a triple axle designed to hitch onto the back of a truck and move should the need arise. Amazingly, thanks to super energy-efficient materials and design, the Carbon can stay warm inside passively, without any external heating source. Fast-growing bamboo and marmoleum timbers are used to further reduce CO2 emissions and carbon footprint, with icing spray foam creating an airtight and moisture-free insulation barrier within the walls. A smart fan keeps air levels fresh and the humidity optimal, and plenty of windows allow sunshine in to warm the house. A bedroom and office occupy the short headspace area above the kitchen, living room, and bathroom. Also, all the appliances can be run on solar power alone. Truly off-grid living.